Let us solve a problem on symmetrical fault analysis. Figure shows a system having 4 alternators, each rated at 11 kV 50 MVA and each having a subtransient reactance of 15%. Find the fault level for a fault on one of the feeders with 0 value of reactance X. And second part is the reactance of the current limiting reactor X to limit the fault level to 800 MVA for a fault on one of the feeders. So we have given a system with 4 alternators G1, G2, G3 and G4, and they are connected like this. So between these two bus bars a current limiting reactor X is connected. And let us see the first part of the question. So we have to calculate the fault level for a fault on one of the feeders. So fault is here. So fault is occurring on the feeder connected to this bus bar. And calculate the fault level corresponding to this case with 0 value of reactance X. That is, the value of this reactance is X. This reactance X is 0. So that means no reactance is here. So it is like a short circuit. So let us solve that case. Okay. So we have to calculate the fault level. So fault level means the fault MVA, which is the apparent power flowing towards the fault point. So here in this case, this is the fault point. Fault is occurring on this particular feeder. So apparent power from all the remaining parts of the system will flow towards this fault point. From G1, from G2, from G3 and from G4, apparent power will flow towards this fault point, and that total apparent power is known as the fault level or fault MVA. Okay, so we have to calculate the fault MVA with 0 value of reactance X. So no reactance is present here. And we know the equation for fault level or fault MVA. So we have fault level is equal to ETH square divided by XTH. So fault level is ETH square divided by XTH, where ETH is the pre-fault voltage at the fault point. So unless otherwise specified, we can take the value of ETH as 1 angle 0. So ETH is 1 angle 0. ETH square will also be 1 angle 0 divided by XTH. So XTH is the Thevenin equivalent reactance of the system as seen from the fault point. So for calculating the Thevenin equivalent reactance, we have to draw the reactance diagram corresponding to this system. So in this first case, the value of reactance X is 0. So here it is 0. So this will act as a short circuit here. So if we look from this fault point, we can see 4 generators G1, G2, G3 and G4 connected in parallel. So this is the fault point. So if we look from this particular point, G1, G2, G3 and G4 will be connected in parallel because this reactance is having 0 value. Okay. So we can draw the reactance diagram like 4 generators connected in parallel. So 4 reactances connected in parallel. Now, so we know the equivalent circuit of a generator, that is a reactance in series with a voltage source. So we can represent that voltage source as a common source like this, having a voltage 1 angle 0. So this will be the diagram corresponding, reactance diagram corresponding to this system with 0 value for this reactance X. So what will be the value of these reactances? See, all the generators are having the same ratings, 11 kV, 50 MVA. and each of them are having a subtransient reactance of 15%. So as all of them are having the same rating, that means same base kVA and same base MVA they are having, all of them will have the same per unit reactance also. So X per unit will be 0.15 per unit for all the reactances. So XTH will be XTH, Thevenin equivalent reactance of this particular circuit will be the equivalent resistance of the parallel combination of 4 reactances having a value 0.15 per unit. So equivalent reactance will be 0.15 divided by 4 and the value will be 0.0375 per unit. So this is the Thevenin equivalent reactance seen from the fault point. Equivalent reactance of parallel combination of 4 reactances having a value 0.15 per unit, and it will be 0.0375 per unit. So fault level for this particular case will be, fault level is equal to 1 divided by XTH, that is 1 divided by 0.0375, which is equal to 26.67 per unit. So we have got the per unit value of fault MVA. Now let us calculate the actual value of fault MVA. The actual value of fault MVA will be equal to the per unit value into the base value. Per unit MVA into base MVA. So here we have only one MVA value, that is 50 MVA. So base MVA will be 50 and the answer will be 1333.5 MVA. So this is the fault MVA corresponding to the first case. Now let us move on to the second part of the question. So we have to find the reactance of the current limiting reactor X to limit the fault level to 800 MVA for a fault on one of the feeders. So here we have got the fault MVA as 1333.5 with 0 value of reactance here. So now in the second part we have to limit the fault level to 800 MVA, and if we have to limit the fault level to 800 MVA, what should be the value of this current limiting reactor X? So we have to calculate that. Now, so we already know that fault MVA or fault level is the apparent power flowing towards the fault point. So in the second case also, fault is occurring on this particular feeder. So apparent power will flow from generator G1 to the fault point like this, from generator G2 to the fault point like this, from generator G3 to the fault point like this, then from generator G4 from G4 to the fault point like this. So here we can see that the fault MVA supplied by generator G1 and generator G2 are not affected by this reactance X. They can directly flow towards the fault point. So fault MVA supplied by generator G1 and generator G2 is not affected by the presence of current limiting reactance X. So the value of fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2 will be same as in the previous case. That is, in the case where the value of current limiting reactor is 0 or no current limiting reactor is connected here. So as G1 and G2 can directly supply apparent power to the fault point, that apparent power does not have to flow through the current limiting reactor. So the value of apparent power fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2 is not affected by the presence of X. So the value of fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2 will be same as in case 1. That is when X is 0. So we can calculate G1 and G2. The fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2. Fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2. Generators G1 and G2 will be same as in this case. Here the fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2 is total fault MVA is 1333.5. So all the generators are having the same rating, X is 0. So the fault MVA supplied by each of the generators will be equal. So fault MVA supplied by generator G1 will be 1333.5 divided by 4. So each of the generators will supply the same value of fault MVA, and fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2. So MVA supplied by G1 and G2 together will be the half of this value. So that is 1333.5 divided by 2, and it will be equal to 666.75 MVA. So G1 and G2 together will supply 666.75 MVA, and here we have to limit the fault level to 800 MVA. So total fault level is 800. G1 and G2 will supply 666.75 MVA. Then we can calculate the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. So fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. G3 and G4 will be equal to total fault MVA, that is 800. Originally the value was 1333.5 MVA. When we are connecting a reactor here, the value of fault MVA will reduce, and we have to reduce that value to 800. So the new value of fault MVA is 800, and in that G1 and G2 will supply 666.75 MVA. So fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4 will be equal to that 800 minus fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2, that is 666.75. So fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4 will be 133.25 MVA. Okay. So 133.25 MVA, and in per unit it will be, actual value is 133.25 and per unit value is actual value by base value. So 133.25 divided by base MVA is 50 per unit. Okay. So 133.25 MVA or 133.25 divided by 50 per unit. That is the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. Okay. So now see the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. So we already know the fault MVA supplied by G1 and G2, that is this value. Now let us calculate the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. So we know MVA, the apparent power from G3 will flow through the current limiting reactor X and then reaches the fault point. Similarly, the MVA supplied by G4 also flows through current limiting reactor and then reaches the fault point. So suppose G1 and G2 are not here, and we are considering the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4 only. So we know the value already. So what will be the equation for fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4? It will be ETH square divided by XTH, and in this case XTH is the Thevenin equivalent reactance as seen from the fault point. See, so if we are looking from the fault point, there is a reactor X, then there are two generators connected in parallel. So there will be two reactances connected in parallel, and that parallel combination is then connected in series with a reactance X. So we calculating the fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4 only. So we are not considering G1 and G2 here. So if we are considering this only, then fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4 is ETH square divided by XTH, and that XTH is the Thevenin equivalent reactance as seen from the fault point, that is two reactances, that is reactance of G3 and G4 in parallel, which is in series with the reactance of the current limiting reactor. So let us calculate it. So fault MVA supplied by G3 and G4. G3 and G4 we are calculating. So equation is ETH square divided by XTH, and we have got the value as 133.25 divided by 50 per unit, because we are substituting ETH as 1 angle 0 per unit and XTH in per unit. So here also we have substituted the value of fault MVA in per unit. Now what is XTH? If we are considering G3 and G4 only, XTH is reactances of G3 and G4 in parallel, and that parallel combination is in series with X. So it will be the reactance X plus parallel combination of reactances of G3 and G4, that is 0.15 parallel to 0.15, and that will be X plus 0.075. So Thevenin equivalent reactance XTH is X reactance of current limiting reactor plus 0.075 per unit. So we have ETH square divided by XTH. ETH is 1. So 1 divided by XTH. XTH is X plus 0.075, which is equal to 133.25 divided by 50. Okay. So in this equation we have only one unknown, that is X. So on solving the equation we will get the value of X as 0.3002 per unit. Okay. So this is the per unit value of current limiting reactor to be connected in order to limit the fault MVA to 800. So let us calculate the actual value, and we know that the actual value will be equal to per unit value into base value. So let us calculate the base value of reactance. So X base is equal to kV base square divided by MVA base. So here kV base is 11 kV, so 11 square divided by 50, and it will be equal to 2.42 ohm. Now actual value of X will be equal to, actual value of X is equal to per unit value 0.3002 into base value, that is 2.42, and it will be equal to 0.726 ohm. So if we connect a reactance having a value 0.726 ohm here, we can limit the total fault level to 800 MVA.